7 early warning signs your arteries are clogging. Don't ignore these. Have you ever felt a sudden sharp pain in your leg while walking? Or noticed your breath getting shorter after just climbing a single flight of stairs? You might brush it off as just being out of shape or a sign of getting older. But what if I told you these could be whispers from your body? Subtle warnings of a silent, creeping danger lurking within your arteries. Imagine your body's highways, the arteries that carry life-giving blood to every organ, slowly becoming congested, like a traffic jam that just keeps getting worse. This is atherosclerosis, or clogged arteries, a condition that can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and other devastating health crises, often without any dramatic symptoms until it's too late. The scary part, it can start decades before you feel anything is seriously wrong. But here's the good news. Your body does send out early warning signs. If you learn to listen to them, you can take action, clear the traffic jam, and reclaim your health before a catastrophe strikes. Today, we're going to uncover 7 of these critical early signs that your arteries might be clogging. Ignoring them is a gamble you don't want to take, so stay with me. First, let's quickly understand what's happening inside. Think of your arteries as smooth, flexible pipes. When you're healthy, blood flows through them easily. But due to factors like a poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, or high cholesterol, a sticky substance called plaque starts to build up on the inner walls. This plaque is a nasty mix of fat, cholesterol, calcium, and other substances. Over time, it hardens and narrows your arteries, restricting blood flow. It's like a pipe getting clogged with gunk. When the organs and tissues downstream don't get enough oxygen-rich blood, they start to protest, and that's when you begin to notice these early warning signs. It's not a sudden event, it's a slow, progressive disease, which is why catching it early is your most powerful weapon. The first and one of the most common early signs is pain in your calves or legs when you walk. This is a classic symptom of peripheral artery disease, or PAD, which is essentially atherosclerosis in the arteries that supply blood to your limbs. You might feel a cramping, aching, or tired sensation in your leg muscles, usually in the calves, but sometimes in the thighs or buttocks. The strange thing is, this pain reliably appears when you're physically active, like walking or climbing stairs, and then it vanishes within a few minutes of resting. Why does this happen? When you walk, your leg muscles demand more oxygen. If the arteries are narrowed, they can't deliver enough blood to meet that demand, causing the muscles to cry out in pain. When you rest, the muscle's oxygen demand drops and the limited blood flow is sufficient again, so the pain goes away. Don't dismiss this as a simple muscle cramp. If you notice this on-again, off-again leg pain, it's a major red flag that the same clogging process could be happening in the arteries leading to your heart and brain. The second warning sign is shortness of breath, especially with exertion. You used to be able to carry your groceries up the stairs without a problem, but now you find yourself winded and having to pause halfway up. Or maybe a brisk walk leaves you gasping for air. This is what doctors call dyspnea. When the arteries that supply your heart, the coronary arteries, become clogged, your heart muscle doesn't get enough oxygen. This forces it to work much harder to pump blood throughout your body. This extra strain, combined with the fact that your heart might not be pumping as efficiently, can lead to fluid backing up in your lungs, making it difficult to breathe. It's your body's way of saying the engine is struggling. If simple activities that were once easy now leave you breathless, pay close attention. It's not just about your fitness level, it could be your heart sending an SOS. Sign number 3 is a bit unexpected: erectile dysfunction. For men, this can be an incredibly sensitive topic, but it's also one of the earliest and most accurate predictors of arterial disease. The mechanics are all about blood flow. An erection requires healthy, open arteries to allow a rush of blood into the penis. The arteries in the penis are much smaller than the ones in the heart or brain. Because of their small size, they are often the first to show signs of blockage from plaque buildup. Think of it as an early warning system. If there's not enough blood flow to cause an erection, it's a very strong indicator that larger arteries elsewhere in your body are also getting clogged. In fact, studies have shown that men who experience ED often have a significantly higher risk of having a heart attack or stroke within the next 3 to 5 years. So instead of viewing it as just a sexual health issue, it's critical to see it as a potential cardiovascular warning sign that needs a doctor's attention. Our fourth sign is unexplained fatigue and dizziness. We all get tired, but this is a different kind of exhaustion. It's a profound, persistent weariness that isn't relieved by a good night's sleep. You might feel drained and weak all the time, lacking the energy for daily tasks. This happens because your heart is working overtime to pump blood through narrowed arteries. This constant struggle diverts energy from the rest of your body, leaving you feeling chronically exhausted. The dizziness often comes from reduced blood flow to the brain. If the carotid arteries in your neck, which are the main highways to your brain, are clogged, your brain may not be getting the steady supply of oxygen it needs. This can lead to moments of lightheadedness, dizziness, or a feeling of being off balance, especially when you stand up too quickly. It's your brain signaling that its fuel line is being squeezed. The fifth sign to watch for is pain or pressure in your chest. This is the symptom most people associate with heart problems, known as angina. It might not be the dramatic clutching your chest pain you see in movies. Often, it's more subtle. It can feel like pressure, squeezing, tightness, fullness, or a heavy weight on your chest. Some people describe it as a band tightening around them or an elephant sitting on their chest. This discomfort happens for the same reason as leg pain. Your heart muscle isn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood, especially during times of physical exertion or emotional stress. The pain might also radiate to your shoulders, arms, especially the left arm, neck, jaw, or back. An episode of angina usually lasts for a few minutes and subsides with rest. But any chest discomfort is a serious signal that should never be ignored. It's a direct complaint from your heart muscle. The sixth early warning sign is cold hands or feet, or numbness. Do you find that your hands or feet are always cold, even when you're in a warm room? Or maybe you experience a tingling, pins and needles sensation, or outright numbness in your extremities. This is another classic sign of poor circulation, often linked to peripheral artery disease. When arteries in your arms and legs are narrowed by plaque, the blood flow to the very ends of your limbs is restricted. Blood is what carries warmth and oxygen to these tissues. Without enough of it, your hands and feet will feel cold to the touch and may even look pale or bluish. The nerves in these areas also suffer from the lack of oxygen, which is what causes the tingling and numbness. It's your body's periphery telling you that the supply lines are blocked. Finally, our seventh sign is sudden severe headaches or confusion. While many things can cause headaches, a sudden, unusually severe headache that feels different from any you've had before can be a sign of a major blockage or even a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, also known as a mini stroke. This happens when blood flow to a part of your brain is temporarily blocked. Along with the headache, you might experience sudden confusion, trouble speaking or understanding speech, or difficulty forming thoughts. It's as if your brain's processing power suddenly flickers. These symptoms might last for only a few minutes and then disappear, causing many people to dismiss them. But a TIA is a massive warning sign. It indicates that the underlying conditions for a major, debilitating stroke are present. It's not a mini problem, it's a major alarm bell. So what do you do if you recognize one or more of these signs in yourself or a loved one? The first and crucial step is to not panic, but to take it seriously and book an appointment with your doctor. Don't dismiss your symptoms as just getting older. Your doctor can perform simple, painless tests like checking the blood pressure in your ankles or conducting an EKG to assess your arterial health. Early detection is everything. When caught early, clogged arteries can be managed and even reversed through lifestyle changes and, if necessary, medication. This includes adopting a heart-healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, getting regular moderate exercise, quitting smoking, and managing stress. These aren't just suggestions, they are powerful tools to clean out your internal plumbing and prevent a future disaster. Your body is an amazing communicator, constantly sending you messages about its internal state. These 7 signs are its way of asking for help. Listening to these whispers now can prevent you from having to hear a scream later. Have you ever experienced any of these symptoms? Or do you have any tips for maintaining a healthy heart and clear arteries? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the wake-up call that someone else needs to hear. And if you found this information helpful, please share this video with your friends and family. You never know whose life you might save. Thank you for watching, and take care of that incredible body of yours.